Hi everyone, this is Patty from Metaphysical Insights, and I want to chat a little bit about connecting with spirit, connecting with your past over. I did a video on this a while back, but I want to talk about, you know, the different ways that people are, teaching, the public that want to know how to connect, and speak with and whatever, their passed over loved ones or their angels or their guides. And this was my experience last Saturday. I went to a psychic fair, and that's where a bunch of maybe like mediums will go there and do readings, psychics, tarot readers, then people that sell crystals, and they do different healings and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, actually. And I at one time had rented a booth in one of these fairs, and it was fun. It was really cool. And but this time I just wanted to go, and the reason I went was because I like to see how the technique, and how other readers read, and teach people how to connect. And I went because there was a medium. Okay, and in these fairs you could rent booths, but you also can do a half hour, be a half hour speaker. And so, and each speaker only gets a half hour. And so this one woman was a psychic, a medium. And so I want to particularly go just for that, because I like to see what the technique is, how they are. Maybe I could always learn something. It's always good to learn something. Um, and I wanted to see how that went. I was expecting all these readings and stuff like that. It's kind of that kind of situation. And I get in there, and I walk in like a couple minutes late, and everybody's sitting their eyes closed, and she's in this whole thing. Mind you, she only has 30 minutes for this whole situation. And she proceeds to say, breathe and do this breathing. And I just want to say first, before I continue on, I'm not knocking anybody. Everybody has their beliefs and their way of doing things. And I'll tell you at the end, my opinion of it. Okay. So anyway, I won't take you through the whole thing because, it was so lengthy. Anyway, she's like, okay, and breathe and do all this thing, close your eyes, do all this stuff like that. And then, and then we get to like, and then she's like, bring yourself to the beach. I said, oh, cool, the beach. I love the beach. You know what I'm saying? And so bring yourself to the beach. Yourself walking on the sand. It's nice and warm. You don't have any shoes on. And then she said, you get to the part where the sand is wet, right before the water comes in. She goes, and then she said, see the ocean parting. I was like, oh God, see the ocean parting, right? And then she said, and you walk forward, and you keep walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking. I'm not kidding. I was thinking, how much more are we going to walk? We ever going to get there? And so, and walking and walking and walking. And she said, until you come to this beautiful door with this beautiful handle. And you look at this door. I'm telling you, she stretched out really long. So I'm going to like cut it like majorly, okay? And so you grab this beautiful handle, doorknob or whatever, and you open the door, and you go in this room, and it's all glass all the way around, and it's the ocean, and you could see all the fish, your favorite, sea animals and stuff like that. She said, and then there's two chairs, and you sit in one chair, take a few breaths, and call in your loved one that you want to speak with, and or your angel or your guide, and sit there and have a conversation. Okay, and then it's over. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, leave your this is now your sacred safe place, and leave and walk back through the parted waters and blah blah blah. Okay, I was like, you ready for this? 15 minutes of her half hour was that stuff. like getting getting people prepared and then finally chatting, with their loved one, guide, whatever, angels. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm so sorry. That's all ridiculous to me. Um, I went to, that was hers. Okay. I went to another fair at like, years back, and the same thing. I wanted to go to, the psychic medium. I went, and her thing was, it didn't take as long, but her thing was, okay, you're sitting in this room and you've got this door above you, and the door, just picture the door opening and this huge angel coming through, and this whole thing, right? Then I'll just tell you one more, because I've heard a lot, okay, and I've been doing this for like many years, all right, and so so another one was like, oh, and probably a lot of people experience the situation if you actually go to these places and or trying to connect. I'm saying you have these teachers or guides, even meditation teachers, right? Will do this. Um, and I'm like an expert in meditation, so please, what I'm saying, please. And so this, I love this last one, and I'll mention. It's like, okay, take a few deep breaths. Picture yourself in this big open field of the beautiful mountains and all these flowers and all, la 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 la. Okay, all of this stuff before you could do all this. Okay, before you could finally connect with your passed over loved one, your angels or guides or whomever you want. You could speak to somebody in outer space. Understand? All this stuff. Okay. This this is how I teach you and how I know. Okay. You wake up in the morning, say your mom, just for example, your mom's passed over. Okay. You wake up in the morning, you go, hi, Mom. Good morning. I miss you. I want to talk with you. I want to see you today. I want us to have a conversation today. And guess what? You just connected with your passed over loved one. You didn't have to sit there and spend 15 minutes and go to another world. Let me tell you something. When that lady was talking about parting the freaking sea, okay, I was thinking, okay, it's Moses parting the Red Sea. Okay, and then on top of that, which is nothing wrong with that, okay, but and then you get into this room. Let me tell you something. That's not the kind of, stuff that I want from me, because I'm a little claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not terribly claustrophobic, but some people are claustrophobic. I felt closed in that room. Okay, I don't care how big that room was. It's closed in the room that she said, okay, underwater. I felt like, I was in a box. And that's what she basically created, people in people's minds, that you're in this box under the water, finally, after the parted sea, you get in there. And that's a little wacky and freaky to me. And like, is that the only, I got to go through this whole rigmarole again, just to go in that room so I could talk to someone I love who's passed over, or my angels or guides? That's freaking baloney. I'm so sorry. I get really passionate over that, because that's baloney. Any minute of any daytime, nighttime, 24/7, 365, you could talk to anyone who's passed over, to any angel you want to speak to, and any of your guides. Okay. Now, if you want to have and learn things and get messages from your guides and angels, the best way to do that, okay, if you want to really know things and stuff like that, is to go into a meditation. And let me tell you something. Some of these meditation teachers go off on tangents as well too. This is what you do, all right? You sit down, you find a quiet space that you're not going to hear all this noise and be disturbed, and your cell phone's not going to go off, and somebody's going to knock on the door and bother you. So you find a place like that. You only need a few minutes, okay? And you sit down, and yes, I believe in the breathing situation. Take 2-3 deep breaths, because that's what calms us, okay, and centers us. And that's what people who have anxiety need to do as well too. That will help you, believe it or not. It's a little tip here on anxiety. And so you go ahead and you take a few deep breaths. You close your eyes and you just try and relax. And what you ask, if you want to speak to any specific guides or angels, you ask for that. And you can do that too if you want to, speak to a Passover loved one. You can do that too. But specifically, if you want to speak to your guides and angels, or whoever else in space, okay, God, Jesus, anybody you want to speak to, any of the collective, and you've got that time. Lots of times, especially beginners, you'll get all these thoughts because, we're really busy from the day, even if we start in the morning, I'm saying? Sometimes we just have all these things on our mind that, we're going to be doing, or we got to do, or whatever from the night before, day before, a year before. And so that stuff comes through your mind. That's fine. Let it come through your mind and dismiss it. There will be time, and then as you do this, as you continue to meditate, that stuff you'll be able to get rid of it right away, and it won't even come to mind. Okay, you'll be able to go right into meditation and connect with who you want to. That comes in time. Don't worry about it. Don't rush it. Don't try and rush it. Okay. And let me tell you something. I'm an expert, like I said, in meditation. I've been doing this for years. And I still get times where I'm overwhelmed with what's going on in my life that come hell or high water, I cannot meditate. I cannot do it. I cannot sit there because it's just too much chaos for me happening. Too much chaos. And so don't worry about it. Try later. Try the next day. Just don't worry about it. Okay. The thing is, be consistent and try. And as you keep doing it, you'll find that it becomes easier and easier. You don't have to go picture yourself in an open field. You don't have to have anybody part the ocean for you. And again, I'm not knocking these people. I just think it's ridiculous to teach people to have to go through all of that to be able to say hello and talk to their loved ones, because their loved ones, your loved ones hear you. They're with you all the time. They're not gone. They hear everything you say and everything you do. And how I know that is because I'm a psychic medium and I speak with them. I speak with their Passover loved ones. I know. I tell you everything that that they saw you do that I didn't know. How do I know what you did in your life and whatever? They're there. That's their validation to let you know that they're there. So, if you're going to you need someone to help you meditate, if you need someone, you want to go to class or something like that, that's fine. But if they start getting into like all this stuff that you have to do, to get into your meditation, to connect, whatever. And then when you get home, just do what I said. Sit down, take a few breaths, relax. The key is to find a place that is quiet, that you don't get disturbances. I know that's hard to do because sometimes there isn't any. If you have to go, go somewhere and sit in your car, not in, we're gonna hear tons of sound, but somewhere that's a little quiet, maybe a quiet side street or something, or a parking lot that's not so busy or whatever. Or you can go sit in a park or something that's not crowded. Whatever, sitting outside is really good. It's good therapy anyway, to be outside with nature, just so you know that. But my bottom line of this video is that that woman wasted. I'm sorry. That's my personal opinion, and I don't care what anybody thinks. It's just my personal opinion and everybody's opinion, and we're all, entitled to that. She could do what she wants because maybe that's her belief. Maybe she feels like everybody needs to spend 15, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, before they can even open up and say, hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. Are you there? That is absolutely ridiculous, personally. So don't feel you have to go through that stuff there. If you feel like, you need to speak to somebody about that and they start going off on these tangents, you don't need to go through all that rigmarole to speak to your loved one. You can even start speaking to your angels or your guides. You don't have to go into meditation either. But if you really want answers for certain things like that, it would be best to go into a meditation. So you're really, you connect with them and you hear things. You'll be able to hear it, see, and whatever as time goes by. But your loved ones, even your angels and guides, they're with you all the time. They do hear you. So I went along with it because, I respected, these people that, I attended, their speeches. I respected them for what they believe in and how they feel that what you need to do before you can actually, connect, with your loved one. But I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. Just get up and start speaking to them. At any time, you're driving in your car. Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. Hello, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Start talking. They're in the car with you anyway, most likely. Near the grocery store. Oh my God, I have me find. I can't find this damn thing I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Or I miss you. I wish you grocery shopped with me. We used to go all the time. Or I won't. I know you love this kind of movie. Let's go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I remember when we used to go to the movies. You could talk like that. You could talk out loud. You could talk in your mind. They hear whether your mouth opens and say actual words, or you talk them in your mind. They hear it and see it all. So don't waste your time and money on paying these people to learn how to connect to speak to your past ever loved ones and stuff. I mean, I get if you want to spend money for one class, but you don't need like a whole workshop on that stuff and go through that stuff. And if you're not comfortable with that, you think it's done, just you don't need it. Don't do it. Don't go back. Don't go back. If you want to just experience something like that, that's cool. I went because of the readings. So by the time she got done, we're now 20 minutes into it. Okay. And she only had 10 minutes to actually do some readings for people. And that went fast. And that's the part I really wanted. And I think that's what most people were there. That's what they really wanted. So, all right, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. So if you have any questions, what I spoke of, don't be afraid to, ask me. You can go to my site. It's metaphysicalinsight.com. You can ask me anything there, or you could just comment. If I have comments open on this video, you could just go help yourself and leave a comment or a question, and I'll get back to you on that. So, if you were thinking about doing something like that, I hope this helped you to really understand that you don't need to go through this whole big deal to connect with your loved one who's passed over. Okay, you guys, I hope this helped, and I hope you have a really great day. Okay, you guys, take care.